Isn't fully adjusted, so y'all give me a quick second to get this thing right. I'm gonna move it up just a little bit. There we go. And I want to talk to you guys today. Um, I really want to talk to you guys today about how you are responding. How are you responding? How are you reacting to the things, to the normal day-to-day ordinary things that are going on in your life? And I'm going to share a story from my life which just happened last night, and so this is kind of what inspired today's talk. And please don't get in your feelings, but just listen and observe, and feel free to comment on things you're going through and things that are impacting you in ways you think you can even work on yourself. So we all have something we're either working towards, at least we should. Something we're either working towards or waiting on, or some people say, I'm just waiting on the Lord. I'm just waiting on God. Well, there are times where God is actually waiting on you. You aren't waiting on God. God is waiting on you. God is waiting on you to get yourself together. God is waiting on you to put yourself in a position or get to a position where you can actually inherit and receive everything he has for you. But we get tripped up sometimes because as we go through life and as we encounter situations, we don't always take into account how my response to what's going on in my life could affect me. How I used to work on a team, and it was me and a bunch of other managers, and they would always say to me, "Hey, Julian, you are always calm, cool, and collected. You know why is that?" And I'm gonna pause here for a quick second. Christopher Motley, is this the Diddy party? There's no Diddy here. No Diddy here. All right. Only encouragement. If you're looking for the Diddy party, obviously you're looking for something nasty. You're on the wrong channel, my man. Wrong channel. So find somewhere else to go. Completely wrong channel. Find somewhere else to go. No Diddy party here. Just some positivity and encouragement. All right. See, and this is what I'm saying. This guy, Christopher Motley, wants to hop into the live. And immediately when I asked me about the Diddy party, which wasn't talking about that whatsoever. Now, I could respond one of two ways. I can completely flip out. Or I could just tell him I'm not here for the nonsense. But see, my reaction is what can have a major impact on where I'm trying to go. All right. And so that's why I'm not going to read him his rights today. But these are the things when you encounter folks who are trying to purposely disrupt your peace, trying to purposely disrupt where you're trying to go, trying to purposely disrupt where God is, the path that God has placed you on. How are you going to respond? How are you going to respond? And now we see Christopher Moldy. He retracted his message after that. We're not here for the nonsense. We're not here for the nonsense. I'm going to go through these comments. JOS is saying, praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. Aisha BTS is saying hello. Hi, Aisha. Nice to have you here. Rodeo Boys is saying, how do you go live? Listen, if you have the YouTube app, you got to download the YouTube app. Have a YouTube, well, you always say I have a YouTube account. Get the YouTube app. There's a live button. Press it in there. See, Vampire Gaming. Hello, bro. How are you? I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Y'all let me know what you guys are currently going through. Y'all let me know if this conversation is making sense to you. So we have a path that we're on, and we're trying to get there. Let's see. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ab Yad Cable is saying, yo, I'm sorry to butcher your name. What's going on? How you doing? Aisha BTS is saying she's from India. Nice to have you. Nice to have you all the way from India. All right, I'm in the US. Nice to have you. All right. Abject Cabo saying, I know you. Where do you know me from? Where do you know me from? We're gonna pause from our regular scheduled programming. Somebody in the live saying that they know me. All right. Jay, I'm calling you JOS. Let me know if your name is actually Josh or what you go by. JOS is saying It's saying yay and has the Christ symbol up, the symbol of the cross. All right, glad to have you. Glad to have you. Vendant Toad. I'm killing these names. I apologize. Vendant Time of Us. Time of Us. I I don't know what that means. You got to clarify. Rodeo Boy is saying, like, how do you do it? Listen, you're gonna have to Google it. I don't have time to give you um, a step by step demonstration or anything like that. But you get your YouTube app. When you get into your YouTube, once you get your YouTube app, there are options. You should have like a plus button, I believe, on the bottom. You hit the plus button. The plus button will give you options for live posting, shorts. You select live. It's going to give you an option to put in a title, whether you want to stream vertically or horizontally. You'll figure it out once you get the YouTube app. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hopefully that helps. So you could also Google it too. If you have your YouTube app, Google it too. But that's the best I can give you right now. Um, excuse me. So, like I was saying, there are certain ways you can and should handle situations in your life. All right. There are certain ways you can handle and should see. And now people are just saying random stuff in here. Venom is saying Black Mamba. Okay. Listen, Kobe isn't on the live. All right. Kobe is not alive. And see, and I'm gonna keep responding to y'all calmly, but if you keep spamming the comments, I will block you. All right. I'm not here for games. I appreciate the comments, but if it's just randomness, you're just trying to distract. I mean, take that somewhere else. That's not really what I'm about. So I appreciate to have you here. If you're here to get a positive message, how are you reacting? How are you reacting in your life? How are you reacting? I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story, and I'm gonna get off. So I have 3 kids, and I'm glad to see that you're from India. Nice to have you here too. 2 people from India so far. Nice to have you guys. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 14, and she has a best friend who she talks to from time to time on the phone. Now, last night it was approaching 9:30 ish. She was allowed to talk and text with her friend for a little while, but there's bedtime, there's a routine that we have in our house, right? And my wife told her, okay, it's time to shut it down. It's time for a bath. It's time for a bed. It's time for bed. My daughter then proceeds to take the phone because you can't hold on to the phone. She then proceeds to take the phone. My daughter then brings the phone to my wife, but then tosses it at her. All right, it was like, ah. And my wife, what does it say? Look, I don't believe in luck because of luck. I'm glad I don't believe in luck either. I believe in God too. All right. Who will win championship trophy, Indian or New Zealand? I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't. If we're talking basketball, I got you. If we're talking football, I got you. Maybe even baseball. I'm not sure. Maybe are you talking about soccer or something? I have no clue about anything about winning a championship trophy or anything. Um, don't know cricket. I don't play cricket. I don't watch cricket. I'm sorry. I don't. I have any opinion for you. But if you want, you could leave something in the comments to tell us what do you think about how do you handle situations where people try to pull you out of your character. As opposed to talking to me about cricket, how do you pull people? How do you respond when people try to pull you out of your character? How about that, Vendant? Let me know. Let me know. You too, JOS. Um, so now y'all gonna make me lose my train of thought. So she throws the phone at her, like tosses it to her, and walks away with an attitude. Then my wife asked her to like, okay, Well, okay, can you go and get me like a pair of socks? My wife needed a pair of socks for tomorrow. Can you go get me a pair of socks? My daughter goes, doesn't say anything, just storms out of the room, gets a pair of socks, and throws those at the end of the bed. Okay, so I'm trying to cool off. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let her rock, let her get herself together. An hour goes by. My daughter still isn't in the bed. All right, not in the bed at all. Excuse me. And she's downstairs, not even in her room. And then I go downstairs. One of her responsibilities is to wash the dishes. She ain't washed no dishes either. So I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, what are you doing? And she said, oh, I'm trying to get an edge brush for her hair. So then I lose it. I was like, you've been very rude tonight. You didn't finish the chores that you were supposed to do. You were supposed to be in bed on top of that. So you're done. Tomorrow is a punishment. Tomorrow is a punishment. You're on punishment. There has to be a consequence for your behavior this evening because it doesn't make sense. And little does she know, like, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow was Thursday. Tomorrow, I plan to have an outing with her. I got to drop off my wife somewhere, and then I had a nice little day planned out for us. She's now based on her attitude because she like walked away from me, rolled her eyes, stormed off. Based on her attitude, I think I got to cancel it now. I think I cancel it now. We have to have a conversation about how she is reacting. And so my question to you today is: are you reacting like a child when God is trying to discipline you in your life? Because understand that God only chastises the one that he loves, right? God only chastises his children. So if God is trying to discipline you, telling you need more discipline in your life, if God is trying to redirect you in your life, if God is trying to move you from the path you're currently on to a different path, all right, that is more aligned with where he needs you, are you kicking and screaming? Are you rolling your eyes? Are you tossing stuff? Are you storming off on God? Or are you truly understanding that, listen, there wouldn't be any discipline here if there wasn't any love, right? There wouldn't be any discipline here if I wasn't his child. This is what we have to understand, that discipline and chastisement are good things. These are things that help and prepare you for your blessing. And you don't want to get an attitude right before God is getting ready to bless you. And some of us, our reactions was hurting us. Our reactions was hurting us. God's trying to remove people out of our lives. And I thought that was the one. I thought that was the person. Those are my friends. God is trying to redirect you. You don't know what God has for you. You could be right around the corner from your blessing. You could be right around the corner for the best relationship of your life. You could be right around the corner from meeting your best friend, having better friendships. You could be right around the corner from getting a promotion. All right, I'm stuttering because I'm getting excited. But you could be right around the corner from a promotion, from God elevating you. And your attitude is the thing that can block you and prevent you from moving forward. So I just want to leave you with that. Are you acting like a child? Or are you acting like a child of God and taking the discipline and taking the redirection and taking you remember the old school GPSs, and when you're going in the wrong direction, they'll say recalculating. When you're going in the wrong direction, God is going to recalculate your coordinates and push you in a new path. You want to get mad about that? You should get glad because God still loves you, still has his hand on your life, and he's trying to move you and redirect you into the right direction. So I'm just leaving you with something to think about today. Understand that there's a difference between just being redirected and someone trying to hurt you, someone trying to stop your fun. Sometimes we feel like, oh, well, God is standing in the way of our fun. God is standing in the way of what we want to do. Is he standing in the way? Or is he blocking you from yourself? Is he keeping you from hurting yourself? Is he keeping you from harming yourself? Is he trying to keep you in his will so that he can bless you? Does that make him a good father? Does that make him a bad father? These are things you have to ask yourself. And when you can sit and realize, okay, God, if you shut this down in my life, God, if you redirected me, God, if you recalculated my coordinates, God, if you closed this door and said, nope, this ain't it, then I know it's because you love me and you have something truly better for me. So this week, be mindful of your reactions. Be mindful of how you deal with folks and deal with situations in your life, and be on the lookout for God trying to show you where you shouldn't go. Because when he shows you where you shouldn't go, he's sure enough gonna point you in the direction where you should go. All right? Think about it. Y'all take care.